Rewarding bad behavior? I'm going to read a quote from a recent Korn Ferry article and said, off-putting employees are discovering that their less than congenial behavior may have an upside for them, the opportunity to work from home. In other words, some managers are more willing to let employees have a bad attitude and work from home than addressing the behaviors that come from those bad attitudes. If their bad attitude is showing up in observable behaviors like being late for team meetings, complaining, making the meetings about themselves rather than the whole team, or maybe they're dodging work or a coworker. These behavioral issues are things that you not only can do something about, but you should do something about. Doing nothing is a mistake. When you do nothing, the rest of the team notices and that bar begins to drop. Standards drop, resentment grows, and your top performers will be wondering why is nothing happening about this, and they're going to join the other 50% of the workforce that is actively looking for another job. See, many leaders think that there's nothing that they can do about somebody's attitude. And that's to a certain extent true. You can't necessarily change the way somebody feels, but you can and should address the behaviors that emanate from those bad attitudes. Attitude affects behavior, behavior affects culture, and culture affects performance. I'm not suggesting you address somebody and say, you've got a really bad attitude. But what I am suggesting though is that you address the behaviors that you're seeing without ignoring them. For example, you can say, I've noticed you've been late to several meetings in a row by at least 5 minutes, or I'm getting pushback from you on this assignment and help me understand why that is. Or in the most recent meeting, you made XYZ comment, which implied that you weren't very supportive of the team or the mission that we were trying to accomplish. Can you elaborate a little bit more on what you meant by that? Again, you can't necessarily hold people accountable to your opinion of their attitude, but you can and should hold people accountable to the result of that attitude on the behavior and the performance of that individual. If you found this helpful, be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and pass this along to a leader that you know wants to get even better.